who doesn't. Okay, so the next picture, we're seeing a hymn, another verse of hymn, but most of the words were burnt off and it was just zoomed into this one little few words here. I saw, if I zoom in, I saw the words, I'm seeing the words storm, tossed sea, or demons. Now, once I read that, I knew exactly which hymn that was. And I can tell you, that's hymn titled, Master, the Tempest is Raging. This is actually hymn number 105. And what we're looking at is a part of the chorus. But I'm going to read the whole line so we have an idea what it's actually saying. So it's whether the wrath of a storm-tossed sea, or demons, or men, or whatever it be. Okay, so let me continue. So that was actually the full line, if you wanted to know what that was. And the rest of the chorus says, no waters can swallow the ship where lies the master of ocean and earth and skies. They all shall sweetly obey thy will. Peace be still, peace be still. Okay, I love this hymn. And I also love to share the story from the Bible, the New Testament, when Christ was actually in the boat with his disciples, and they were so scared and afraid because of the tempest that was happening around them, and the ship, of course, was tossing to and fro. And just picture yourself in a storm-tossed sea, how deathly scared you would be. And there's Jesus sleeping while all this is happening. And the disciples are like, how can you be sleeping right now in this frightening hour? How could you be sleeping? We need to be saved here. Will you please help us? We perish. And then, Jesus arose and just calmed the tempest. Everything was still as though nothing happened before. So I like to remind my kids that in life, when we feel like everything is just out of control and in chaos, just remember that Jesus is always in the boat. And we can follow his example. If we trust him, we can be still. We can know that we don't need to be afraid. Just be still. Be at peace. He's there. He will calm the tempest. So this is a reminder. So when you look at that line where it says, the storm-tossed sea, or demons. So we know that when the storm begins to rage, these things are not brought on by God. When these storms in our lives begin, and the chaos and the conflicts and all these things, they're not brought on by God. These things happen because of the dark world that is among us. But we know that Jesus Christ is the master of it all. And he will calm the tempest. He will calm the chaos in our lives. So whatever it is, we'll never have control over his peace, because his peace is over all things. Okay. But the greatest thing about this hymn is there was another picture that she captured, and where the hymn book was literally not burnt. It was just a bit of it was burnt on the outside, and the pages were open up to this same hymn. Amazingly, it's a miracle, because this same hymn, 2 different places referenced the same hymn. So I now know in my heart that, this is a very important hymn to me, and I'm going to take this very seriously, what the Lord is saying here. So that's a good reminder for me, and I love that. And I'm just happy to know that God is in this boat with me. Okay, so the next picture I'm seeing here is a picture of a hymn as well, and it's the grace that so fully he proffers me. This is the hymn that is called I Stand All Amazed. I stand. It's a sacrament hymn. We sing it normally. We sing this hymn in our sacrament meeting where we partake of the sacrament. Other churches sometimes call it communion, but I stand all amazed. It's a wonderful hymn, and this section right here. This is actually hymn number 193 in the hymn book. And this very section, it says, the grace that so fully he proffers me. Or it just actually just says the grace that he gives. Just remember that we have the Lord's grace and mercy. After we have done all that we can do in our power, leaving nothing out, his grace is there for us. It will always be there. It will never leave us. We just continue to keep the commandments and do the best we can each day in what we do, knowing with the knowledge and the power that we have. And as we do those things, we show our faith and we show our love. Then he will make up the rest. He will meet us where we fall short. He will give us the strength. He will give us the power. He will give us all that we need to go through the storm-tossed sea. His compassion is there, his love. He will never forget us. So these are the messages of hope and strength and peace that I'm also seeing, as did Stephanie Ray. And these pictures also show other hymns from the church. I actually just wrote down the titles. This one is Come Ye Children of the Lord, hymn number 58. Guide Me to Thee, hymn number 101. Christ the Lord is Risen Today, hymn number 200. Okay, so these hymns, I think, really mean a lot. And if we sit and read them, we will know what God is trying to tell us. We will know what he's trying to say to us in terms of his mercy, his love, and his grace. I like that hymn number 101 is actually titled Guide Me to Thee, because it reminds me of what I spoke of earlier about the compass being the guide. So that is an awesome not coincidence, but that's an awesome fit is what I'm actually looking for to say. And going on to another picture here. It's a group of hymns in this picture, and the title of the hymns are the hymn titled The Voice of God again is heard, number 18. Ye saints of God, awake, ye saints of God, awake, number 17. And 'tis sweet to sing the matchless love, 176. So I want to invite us to just read these hymns, whether you want to sing along or just read, but study the hymns as I mentioned, and the scripture verses that follows, and see what the Lord is really trying to tell us. And I like that hymn number 18 says, the voice of God is heard. This is the voice of God to us right here in these references. This is him speaking directly to us. Some of us, it's hard for us to just have that kind of faith where we just believe. Some of us, we need some type of proof or some type of sign or something to go with or I could say it's like we need some help with our faith then, to help our unbelief or to help us to believe. But we could take this as a sign or as something from God for those of us who might be struggling a little bit. Take it as a help in our path to believing or to knowing that this is God speaking to us right here through the pages, the untouched pages and the untouched leaves that were not burnt. Okay, and last